This is an exploration camp for a potential mine in southeastern Yukon. The Kudz Ze Kayah is an open-pit mineral mine proposed by BMC Minerals and falls within the traditional Kaska territories of Liard First Nation and Ross River Dene Council. The mine is currently in the permitting phase and, if approved, could be in operation by 2023.
I am really opposed to the mine.
Ann Raider is Kaska and the executive director of the Liard Aboriginal Women's Society. She's calling for more scrutiny of the mine and says many Kaska women who have worked at mine sites in the past have suffered harassment and is worried the Kudz Ze Kayah won't be any different.
A lot of women talk about the violence that's happened and harassment that happens working in these mines, and it's always disregarded.
Something Elder Lita Jules knows all too well.
My sister was abused in 1963 by a person that's out of the mine from Kaska. They left her to freeze to death, and she did.
We really want to set the bar on mining.
Alan Nixon is BMC's Vice President of External Affairs. He says the Kudz Ze Kayah won't follow in previous mines' footsteps.
People are pretty clear that we want, if you build your mine, we want it done right. And we've said, absolutely, we want to do it right.
He says the Kudz Ze Kayah will have strong sexual harassment policies to protect Kaska women.
Making it a place that girls coming up through school can say, you know what, I could have a career at Kudz Ze Kayah, or I could have a career in mining, and that's something that I want to pursue. They're not going to do that if all they're hearing is stories about how awful it is to work in a place.
But these women have other concerns, too. They're worried the mine site is too close to the Finlayson caribou herd's calving grounds and would jeopardize the herd, which are already in decline.
What's concerning is that herd has dwindled to about 1,500 caribou.
But Nixon says the mine won't be in prime calving area, and any risk to the herd can likely be mitigated.
It's a calving area, but the footprint of where we're working, it's not normally that. The calving, post-calving usage of the area from our surveys that we do shows up in the high elevation and snow patches, again, well away from where we're actually working.
The women are also concerned that the Kaska will be the ones left to clean up the mine's mess, like the Kantong mine near the Yukon and Northwest Territories' southern border that went bankrupt in 2015, leaving the cost of cleanup to taxpayers.
There's an old mining site there. The garbage is still there. We asked that someone clean it up. That was years ago. It's still there.
But Nixon says they have a strong reclamation policy and that it will provide long-term jobs for the community.
We will start reclaiming the day after we start construction, basically. Everything we do is designed to do that reclamation as we go forward.
BMC is now waiting on a screening report from the Yukon Environmental and Socio-Economic Assessment Board. That report needs to be approved by the federal government before BMC can proceed getting more permits. The decision should happen in May. As for these Kaska women, they say they're not backing down.
We have to define our own environmental measures and where do we want to set the bar, right?
Sarah Connors, APTN National News, Watson Lake.